This challenge was a bad idea. Why did you let me do that? So it is Sunday evening, a little after 8, and tomorrow morning I am going to be embarking on a new challenge. Get up at 5 a.m. for a week challenge. Except I'm going to do 5:30 because my husband's in the Army and he gets up at 5:30 already for PT in the morning. So there's already an alarm going off at 5:30. And I do go to bed with him at 10 o'clock on the weekdays. So it's kind of a no-brainer to at least give it a try. My sleep schedule is all over the place. It's really terrible. I've always had trouble sleeping. Sometimes I have trouble falling asleep. And even if I do fall asleep right away, I usually wake up at least once or twice in the night. But sometimes I'll wake up and I can't fall asleep for a couple hours. So normally the alarm goes off at 5:30. I fall back asleep. He comes back from PT at about 7:30 and I wake up, and sometimes I won't go back to sleep after that. I'll kind of lay in bed for a while and then get up. But sometimes I'll go back to sleep again. And so it's not good. And one of the textbook things to do for managing bipolar disorder, managing your moods, is to have a set sleep schedule. And I literally never have. I also have always slept a lot. I call it a marathon sleeper, like being able to sleep for 12 plus hours at a time. But then sometimes I can't sleep. So anyway, I am both excited and nervous to try this. I have no idea how it's going to go, honestly. I really don't, because each night I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep or not. But I do like a good challenge, so I'm going to give it a shot. And just Monday through Friday this week, get up at 5:30. The other thing is, it's not just getting up at 5:30, no naps. That's gonna be really hard. I'm used to taking a lot of naps, again, because I don't sleep that well and I get really tired. My medication makes me a little bit drowsy, so that's part of it too. But yeah, so let's see how it goes. So it's 5:45 on day one, and I'm up, but unfortunately, I did not sleep well. I didn't really expect the first night to go very well. My hope is that tonight I'll be really tired so that I can sleep through the night, but we went to bed at 10, and I probably did fall asleep around 10:30. I woke up at 11:30 and got up and peed. But then I woke up like just after 3 and was kind of in and out of sleep for the next 2 hours. So it's gonna be hard not to take a nap, but I'm gonna push through. And like I said, hopefully tonight I can sleep well. So it's almost 9 and I am struggling. I'm so tired. I know I could fall asleep immediately if I close my eyes. I need to get off this couch, but I did already have a cup of coffee. I'm gonna have to have another one. I walked the dog. I just feel like I don't have any energy to actually do anything. I have a doctor appointment at 11:20, so that'll get me out of the house and hopefully help. And it's a nice sunny day, so that helps too. But I want to go back to sleep so badly. So it's almost 9 p.m., day one, and I somehow made it through the day without a nap, but it was hard. And it kind of feels like a waste of a day because I didn't have the energy to really do anything. I did leave the house twice for a doctor appointment and then a quick trip to Target. But otherwise, I was just fighting to stay awake. So hopefully tonight I sleep well, and then tomorrow can be a more productive day. So it's day 2. It's 6 o'clock now, but I did get up at 5:30. But anyway, I still woke up multiple times in the night last night, but at least I was able to fall back asleep each time. So I definitely feel a little bit better than yesterday, but not great. Like, I'm definitely still tired. I will say though, one thing I did both days that feels really good is like actually getting up out of the bed right away. I don't normally do that. I'll hit snooze at least once or twice, and then I'll lay in bed on my phone, which I know is not good, but it does feel good to not do that and to actually get up out of the bed. So that's something that I plan on working on continuing. So we'll see how today goes. Are you sleepy? You say hello? You say hello? Oh. It is 3:30 in the afternoon, and I'm actually feeling pretty good right now. This morning was really rough, but I did some yoga and laid out back. It's a really nice day out. Thankfully it's sunny. That really helps with staying awake. So I did that, and it felt really good to be outside. It's hot, but it felt really good. But now I'm going to use the brain energy that I'm currently feeling to go ahead and get some schoolwork done, because I do have a paper due on Thursday. So wish me luck. Good morning. It's day 3. It's 5:48, and I decided to take a half a Klonopin last night, which is a anti-anxiety medicine that I use sometimes when I just can't sleep and I can't turn my mind off, and it always knocks me out. Like, I fall asleep quickly and I actually sleep through the night. Like, I don't wake up at all in the night, which is amazing. It's great. If I could sleep like that every night, it really would be amazing. But it's not a drug that I want to take every night because it can be habit forming, and I mean, I take 2 other medications every day, and I'm not opposed to medications, but the less the better. But anyway, so after 2 nights of not sleeping well and being in bed for only 7 hours, I'm like, I can't go another day being exhausted and not being able to get anything done. So I'm glad that I took it, because I did sleep through the night. I mean, it's still only 7 hours, and I feel best when I get 8 to 9. So I'm still tired, but I'm not as exhausted as I was the last 2 mornings. You would think that after 2 nights of not sleeping enough, I would be able to fall asleep pretty quickly the 3rd night, but after a half hour passed and I couldn't sleep, I'm like, this is not worth it. I'm taking the pill and still getting up at 5:30 so I can continue the challenge. So it is 9:30 a.m. and I am seriously debating taking a nap. I feel like this experiment is not working out the way that I hoped it would. I mean, people do this 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m. thing in order to get up early and be able to get things accomplished in those first few extra hours in the day, and that's awesome. But I am just so tired that I can't get anything done. So it just feels like, why am I doing this? I like challenging myself to things and pushing myself if it's for a purpose. Like I said, I mean, I honestly had hopes that, like, especially after, a couple days, that it would feel better and like that I would be able to sleep better having gotten up early, and that hasn't been the case. It hasn't helped me sleep any better. And I've been able to actually get less things done because I'm just so exhausted, and my mind is not is physically, but even more so, just my mind is like not working great. You can even tell by the way I talk, it's hard for me to like put sentences together. I have a paper that I have to at least finish a draft of by tomorrow night, and then do 2 peer reviews of papers as well. So I kind of need my brain to be working. Also, I have to drive an hour and a half distance back and forth today, and I really not sure I can do it without a nap. I really did want to do this, but again, there's a point where if something that you're trying to do isn't healthy for you, isn't working for you, is it really worth it? Even if it's something that works for other people. And even if you're trying to really make it work, sometimes it just doesn't. And it's kind of a really drastic change for me to go from getting up at like 8:39 to getting up at 5:30. So I think even if I do finish out this week, I feel like what I'll do is work on getting up at 7:30 at that time, and I feel like that would be a little more realistic for me in the long run. This is not realistic for me, just with the general trouble that I have sleeping and the amount of sleep that I need in general. And that might sound like an excuse, and I hate to even be thinking like this. It kind of feels like an excuse, and I don't want to just be like, oh, I don't want to do it, or I can't do it. But again, there's a point where it's like not beneficial. I tend to be pretty good at determining when that is the case, and not just forcing myself to go through something when it's just going to end up hurting me. It's just disappointing because I really wanted it to work. I'm not sure what I want to do, but I'm really tired. Even so it's 8:30 on day 4. So I did nap yesterday, and the drive was still hard for me to stay awake. So I thought, today I would try and get up at 7:30. Ended up being 8:15, but that's still not bad because I wanted to stay in bed longer. So I just walked the dog. It's really nice out, so that's always good. Still tired. This seriously was a bad idea. It's like someone who has a really bad diet, just all of a sudden like cutting out a whole bunch of stuff, and then you just want to binge, just want to sleep all day today. But I couldn't work on any schoolwork yesterday because I was so tired and my brain was foggy. So now I have to do a whole bunch today. I've got to figure out a way to make sure my brain works. But anyway, that's where we're at. The challenge was a bad idea, but hey, I tried it, and you don't know until you try. So it's 5:30 p.m. on Friday, and I did get my schoolwork done by 10 p.m. last night that I needed to, but I really regret even trying to do this challenge because it threw my whole week off. Even today, I'm just feeling really blah. Didn't get up till like 9:30. So yeah. So in conclusion, the wake up at 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m. challenge was not a good idea for me. I mean, I'm glad I tried it, so at least I know that it's not something that, I can't accept a job that starts at like 6 a.m. or even 7 a.m. It's just not maintainable for me. it's good to challenge yourself, but it's also, you also need to know your limits. At least that's what I believe, and not push yourself so hard that you end up hurting yourself. Because the point of the challenge was, I honestly thought maybe it would be good for me and that it would help me sleep and be more productive, but nope. I'm gonna work on getting up at more of a consistent time and getting up out of bed right away and those couple of things. But yeah, it didn't work, and it did end up kind of negatively impacting my mental health too, which is not good. So extremes usually aren't good, and I probably should have known that, but live and learn, right? Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me suffer. Feel free to try the challenge yourself if you think it might be something that's good for you, but don't beat yourself up about it if it doesn't work out. You know, we're all different, and things sometimes work and sometimes don't. But thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and have a great day.